My name is Anya, I'm 23 years old and I live in London. I'm a data engineer and I make £40,000 per year. Currently, I only have one source of income, which is my daily job. However, this pandemic showed me how important it is to have multiple streams of income, and therefore I started my YouTube channel, which is not generating any profits or any type of income yet. However, not all is lost. I do really enjoy doing it. I started my channel to share my journey to financial independence, as well as encourage young people to start investing, because the earlier you start, the better off you will be in the future. I also want to encourage more young people to enter the tech industry, as I find it a very exciting and dynamic industry where you learn a lot and you also contribute to shaping the future we will live in. I find the career within tech to be very rewarding, and I want to encourage more women to be STEM babes and, just kill it in the game. Financial literacy, I feel like, is a very important subject that is not taught at school, unfortunately. I think of money as a tool, and I think that we shouldn't be afraid of using it to our advantage. When I started investing, I saw that there's a gap in the market, and I didn't really see many people talking about investing, especially here in the UK. And if they were much older than me and they weren't really going through the similar struggles that I was. Therefore, I couldn't really resonate with them. That's also why I created my platform, where we, the Gen Z, can come together and learn together and, get rich together. As a Gen Z member, I feel like we have a huge advantage that we can learn from the past mistakes of millennials and take all of that and, implement all these strategies that really are foundation of wealth and start investing from a young age. As Eleanor Roosevelt said, learn from the mistakes of others. You can't live long enough to make them all yourself. I want to help young people to get rid of any negative stigma and connotation with money and think of it as a tool. Either it controls you or you control it. It was really important for me that my wants and my needs don't exceed 50%, and I'm very happy to report that I was able to do that. I do consider myself to be very frugal, or as one might say, a financial minimalist. I'm very lucky that my parents taught me frugality and also how to live way below your means. So that is definitely something that I took from home. They showed me how to resist lifestyle inflation, which I'm very grateful for. My relationship with money has ups and downs, I would say. I feel like when I was younger and I was still in school, my parents didn't really give me allowance. Every day they would give me some money for lunch, and that was the only money that I would ever get from my parents. And don't get me wrong, I was not deprived of anything. Anything that I needed, my parents did provide that. However, they didn't really believe in letting a young kid manage money, which I feel like left me very deprived of that money management experience that I wish I had. When I went to university, I was very lucky that my parents still supported me financially. So they would ask me how much money I would need to live. And that's when I started budgeting and learned how to do it. So I would calculate the amount of money that I would need for rent, for food, and for other things that I would need. And then they would give me that amount of money. And after that, I could never ask them for more. So I had to be very careful for the amount of money that I asked, as I knew that it was quite a financial burden for my parents to support me while I was studying here in the UK. I would only ask for the amount that I absolutely needed. And I feel like because of that, I brought my university habits and the standard of living to when I started working, which is the main reason why I think I'm able to keep my wants and my needs below 50%. My parents have worked a lot throughout their whole lives, and they also sacrificed a lot to provide me with the life that I have now. And I am forever grateful for that. My biggest expense is, of course, housing, and living in London is not cheap. However, that doesn't mean that you can't find a good deal. Currently, the place that I'm living in, I share with other people, and I think that would be my biggest tip to lowering the housing cost as much as possible. I pay for this place for £150, and I was actually able to negotiate this number down as we moved in during the pandemic. So definitely don't be shy to ask and negotiate the price. My travel cost is close to zero, as due to the pandemic, I don't have to commute to work, and I am able to save a lot of money because of that. I love food, and I'm actually not a huge fan of ordering in. Most of my meals are home cooked, and At the worst case scenario, I probably order in like twice, 3 times a month. I don't have any debt except my student loan. However, student loans in the UK work a bit differently than the ones in the US. You only pay it off once you reach a threshold, and even then it's a small percentage, and it actually gets written off after 30 years. I try to be sensible with my money and try not to spend a lot, but if I do, it is with my Amex for those cashback points. I'm a huge believer in giving back, and every month I do try to donate some money to causes and people that I believe in, and I feel like it is training my financial mindset to be open so more cash can flow in. I'm a huge advocate for the FIRE movement, financial independence, retire early. That's also why I try to save and invest such a huge portion of my paycheck every single month. Currently, I'm quite flexible when it comes to the proportion of my savings and investments. It varies from month to month. As I don't have a family to feed and I don't have that many responsibilities, I feel like I can afford to invest a bit more at this stage of my life, which I am taking advantage of. Currently, I do have an emergency fund for 8 months, so I'm not worried about that. I am thinking of doubling it for 16 months just to be on a safer side. However, I'm very reluctant to do that because for me, money just sitting there are wasted opportunities, and I'm not sure how comfortable I am with that. My plan is to become financially independent by the age of 35, and I still have 12 years to do that, and hopefully I will be able to achieve my goal. Looking ahead, I want to continue growing my YouTube channel and build a community of strong, smart, financially savvy women, and help Gen Z to conquer the world loaded with confidence and financial literacy. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a comment down below and like this video. Hey, subscribe to my channel to join me on a journey to financial independence and lifelong learning. Thanks, guys!